Well, today was a day of celebration for two Adams County women, Jennifer Diaz and April Wiley. The two completed the drug court program that's been part of the Adams County legal system since 2006. The program gives those charged with drug crimes a chance to turn their lives around outside of a jail cell. Participants are ordered to go through rehab, regular court appearances, counseling, and numerous drug tests. The Adams County Drug Court Probation Officer says the graduates are leaving the program as better people all around.
Seeing these changes in people is really motivating. It's great to see that they can change their life and be better parents, better employees, and just a better person.
Throughout their time in the program, the women completed a combined total of more than 400 hours of public service work. Fisher hopes to see 15 new graduates complete the program by March of 2023.